nothing as they claim to me.
It's not just you. Where's the woman?
Shoot! Freeze! I lost my glasses.
What?
Who urinated in your breakfast this morning?
I get to sit and fart.
There we are now. We're live.
Are we?
We're live.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
I don't see.
But I mean, we're not live yet.
I'm gonna
Everybody's
wait like
shaking.
a few seconds.
Now we
It
are.
might be on delay, so I think we're already
We're on
live.
delay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. We are live. And the fun has begun way before you guys got here. Unfortunately, we were a little tardy. It's all right. It happens. I'm gonna let Pixie take the floor today and tell you who we have on the show.
Hey guys! I apparently got the mod hammer today. I'm not really sure that I'm very excited about this, but I'm gonna do my best and hopefully I don't derp it up super horribly. So today we have Kristen Brumley. And Kristen Brumley is the Renaissance woman. She's an integrated marketing specialist by trade and a LARPer on the weekends, a hobby she's enjoyed since 2009 when she isn't working on a giant personal project. She likes to cuddle with her cat on the couch while watching reruns of Scrubs, which I also do a lot, except for I don't have a cat and I don't like Scrubs. So.
I'm glad that we have that in common.
I know.
You don't like Scrubs.
Soul buddies.
What? Soul buddies. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Kristen has a Twitter and a Facebook and all those social things that are newfangled things, which will be in the chat later on. You guys will see them popping up.
Absolutely.
You can go find her and give her some LORT love on the interwebs. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you should have seen a trailer, teaser, or something or other running before we came on, right, Producer Ryan?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So now, yes.
So
now that you guys
obviously
know,
this is a special project for you. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So this is Basic Adventuring 101. I've been working on it for, I guess, it's been over a year now. It's kind of crazy. And it's a fictional web series that is about LARPing, live action roleplay. And it's done in a positive way. So the big goal with the whole series is basically creating something about LARPers that doesn't make us out to be the awkward cousins of the geek community, basically. There's a lot of good things about LARP. There's a lot of great things about LARPers in particular that I feel like a lot of the media doesn't really portray. And so this was kind of our solution to that problem, fighting stereotypes and trying to get people involved in our hobby and sharing something that we really love. So, I mean, it's creating a story that's fun and hopefully in a way that introduces people to the idea and getting new players.
Geeks assemble!
that's right.
Yes. Well, let's all don our
Kristen,
capes and unite.
I have to ask, there's quite a cast going on in your series. Are those all friends of yours, or did you actually cast for this?
It's a mix.
Okay.
So some of them were friends that I already had that I knew LARPing. Eric, who plays the Game Master, he's been one of my longtime LARP friends. And then Saker, who plays Will, I had met LARPing. He was an NPC that had played with me, and he was hilarious. And I remembered him being one of my favorite NPCs while I was playing. And so he was kind of a no-brainer. Like, I need to ask Saker to be a part of this. And then the rest of them, it was kind of just grapevine, word of mouth. We had auditions last year, and these were the people that basically found out about them and sent us videos, and they were selected. So I had never met them before, but after this last year and everything that we went through, I feel like we're bonded. We're family now. So.
I think so. I think that there's probably some behind the footage scenes that really make you guys more family than we know, right?
Oh yeah.
Some bloopers and some things going on.
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been LARPing in general, outside of this particular project?
Since 2009. It was in the summer, right after I came home from Japan, where I had been living there for 4 months. And after taking an adventure like that and coming home, I felt like life was boring. So I needed to do something that was crazy. And I saw a picture online of some people that were dressed up in costumes in the woods, pretending to be fiction characters. And so I was like, hey, that sounds different and interesting and an adventure. So I went by myself. And I was hooked, basically, after the first time that I went. And I've been going pretty regularly since then.
Wow, you went by yourself. She's a braver woman than I. Because I don't know if I would have done that.
Very brave.
I can honestly say.
They're a very welcoming type of people for the most part. If those of you don't have resources, you can't get friends to go with you. For the most part, when I've gone and checked out different LARPing groups, they're usually pretty mellow and very friendly.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect at all, though. So it was like I was going into it, and I'm like, are these people going to be crazy? Are they going to be like really awkward?
No more crazy than us.
Yeah.
Right, but it's just like you don't know, and it's like
yeah,
dressed up in costumes, and but yeah, I mean, some of the most friendly people that I had ever met, and it was just so. It's funny how things play out, because like those people that I met at like my very first event, some of them are like now really, really good friends of mine. And one of them, my friend Pat Jones, he became like my big brother. Like, I mean, just things like that, where it's just like, I mean, these are the people that you really bond with, and it's incredible that there's a hobby like that can really create an environment where that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, they're always really friendly. Oh, go ahead, Nikki.
No, I was going to say, is this like a weekly thing? Because here in Atlanta, I see the LARP group on Meetup is like getting together almost every week.
Most LARPs can't afford to do it every single week, at least like a full event.
Okay.
Because a lot of times it's like a full weekend and you need a place to stay, and so that means like camp rentals and food, and I mean it's a lot of work putting on a LARP. But there are some groups that will do like weekly things. Like there are vampire groups specifically. I know like one I've been to in Columbus, Ohio. I mean, they do it every single Sunday evening. But I mean, they meet in a bar downtown, so it's not as complicated. So I mean, it just kind of depends. There are many different chapters. There are many different types of games, different genres, and so it really just depends. And then you have other games that only run once a year. So, but typically the ones that I go to are once a month or once every other month, that sort of thing.
So what's the biggest event that you were part of?
I went to Conquest last year, which is one of the largest LARPs in the entire world. It takes place in Germany. And there were over 8,000 people there last summer. There were like 2,000 people just playing NPCs alone. So when we got to the final battle at the end of the week, it was literally like standing on a Lord of the Rings battlefield. And everyone's well dressed. Like, their costumes are incredible. Like, I mean, you feel like you're on a battlefield and you're looking out on a sea of like undead and other monsters. I mean, it was incredible.
That's awesome.
Can we find some of those pictures on your website?
I'm looking at some now.
I don't know that I don't have many pictures from Conquest specifically, because I brought my camera and I was so into it, like I never took a picture. But there
I think it's safe to say in LARPing there are different layers to it, or subgenres, just like any other fandom or geek culture type of thing. So obviously there could be many different chapters in your local city that you don't even know about. Where would be the best place for someone to kind of dip their toe in the pool, if you will, to find out what's going on?
Well, the great thing about social media is that makes it pretty easy. There is actually a really good Facebook group that I'm a part of called LARP Haven. I really like that group because it's got people from not just the United States, but people all over the world. And there's a lot of LARP discussions going on, and it's very easy to connect and like network and try to figure out, you know, what's going on in the LARP community. Also, if you go to larping.org, they're working on a list of all the LARPs basically around the world and their website and everything. And they just updated that whole thing on their website, and it looks really cool. So that's one place I would go and check out too.
Awesome. Well, I have to give them a big props shout out because I happened to be on their website looking at some particular things of interest, and I found you and your project, and I was pretty floored at the level of production you guys have going on. It looks really, really high budget, which is probably a facade, right? You guys look like you're doing some things over there, right? We were impressed, not only by the costumes, but the acting and the storyline. I have to ask, were the costumes made by anyone on your staff, or were they bought?
Some of them were made. It was like pieces. So part of Karen's costume was sewn by Nancy McSweeney, who is also the person who did our logo. But we also had Sarah's costume and Ranger, like Ranger's whole outfit was borrowed by other LARPers that we knew. So a lot of pieces were things that we had just gotten to use essentially just for filming. The chainmail I was wearing was borrowed, and I mean it's really cool knowing a lot of LARPers because everybody's got stuff, right? And we also had to rent some things. So the entire plate mail that Will wears, that giant suit, that was something that we rented from Plays with Swords. They actually have, and a lot of our weapons were rented by them too. So I mean, it was really just a mix of just different things that we could kind of mesh together and make it work. I mean, that's really what it, like the whole production is just one of those like, make it work, people, make it work.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah, I've just looked at some of the pictures of the Conquest. It's like a sea of, just like she said it, it's like Lord of the Rings. There's so many people there.
Yeah, it was really incredible. Like before that point, I had never been in like a battle where like a lot of like big battle techniques were necessary, like wedges and like all these things were like, I had seen them in movies and I was like, well, that's pretty cool, but I didn't really understand how they worked. And like we would actually have to use these maneuvers while we were battling just to be able to like get through the front line or to break like, I mean, it was just really incredible things that we would that we had to do. That it was just, I mean, I felt like I was in a movie. So,
have anybody else on the panel LARPed in their wise old years? You know, because you guys are so old over there. Becca, I know you said that you've gone.
Oh yeah, I've gone. I've checked out. There's a lot of great LARPing here in Chicago. Especially if you want to LARP and act like you're north of the fucking wall in the winter. Yes, you can do that here.
You tell me I could have did that when I was there.
Dude, I wasn't gonna go outside, so yeah, but no, I've gone to a few. There's great people out here in Chicago, countless groups. But I'm always exhausted. It's cardio, like it's not.
Am I kidding? Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean your arms do get tired because I had like a long sword, and even though it's foam, it's you want to get epic with it, and then you feel like you've been at a golf range all day. But yeah, it's a good time. I mean, it's a great cardio workout. If you can do it weekly, I think that's healthy for everything. there's a lot of there's a lot of misconceptions about LARPers. One thing I want to point out is that they really do have a balance between normal life and LARP life, and I think people don't understand that. I know tax attorneys, just like, criminal defense attorneys, makeup artists, lots of people who, are able to function in society and even own their own homes are not, they're not what you think. So I can't express that enough. And they're really awesome, fun people, a lot of good energy, but yeah, I'm always spent. Like, I slept for days afterwards. I was so exhausted.
Yeah, it's the coma.
I mean, like, the thing about LARPing is that it's not... Everybody wants to be, like, something that they're not. So, like, every little child has been like, I want to be a fireman at some point. Like, that's the, like, typical little boy thing.
I wanted to date
but, like,
a fireman.
me, like, I want to be Xena. Like, I want to be the next Xena warrior princess. Xena was awesome. Like, she just shit stomped around and, like, beat the crap out of people. Like, that's what I wanted to do.
Face, yeah.
And in LARPing, like, I can do that, and that's amazing. And that's what's so great about it, is you get to do something that, like, in real life isn't... It's not something that's necessarily possible.
Yeah, and I will say, people who have met, like, couples who are married and have met through LARPing, they're happy. They're happy fucking married people. Me being married, I mean, I'm happy, but I mean, and it's not just because they might have props in bed. They're just, they get a lot of that fantasy stuff out of their way. So, it's like, if you're pissed at your boss. Yeah, if you're pissed at your boss, you can take it out on some guy with a foam sword, but, you can be there and get that aggression out. So they're very mellow. I like the crowd a whole lot.
Do you have any advice for someone that says they're too shy to go?
One of the coolest things about LARP is actually, it's one of the things, it actually gives you a playground to fight that. Like, if you feel like you're a shy person and, like, it's really hard for you to have social, like, interactions and that sort of thing, it's basically this whole game that's set up that's, like, basically saying that you can be anyone you want. And you can go into that going, well, all right, I have a problem being shy, but I'm going to create a character that isn't.
Exactly.
And is able to talk to people and is confident. And, it's not always easy. Like, you can't just go into it and it's like, bam, you got it. But it's one of those things that, like, over time, as you're working on it and, like, you're, it's kind of using it as a workshop, like a self-discovery workshop for you. Like, you can actually use that as a tool. So, and the cool thing is that everyone's supportive too while you're there. So it's like one of those things where it's like, all right, I'm using this as a tool and everybody else is playing along. So if I tell people I'm confident and if I act like I'm confident as this character, people believe me. So I think the biggest thing is if you are shy, it's looking at not as it's going to be a challenge, but it's a good
They're happy you're there. They're stoked to see you, and there will be, and there's at least with most communities, there's always someone there who will, just be willing to kind of, show you the ropes, but just know that, new people, that's a cool thing. So they're always stoked about that.
Want to share it?
What episode are you guys on now? Are you on episode 2? That's what you have under your belt?
Well, we have the whole rest of the season that we want to work on, because we've just got the pilot done. And,
okay, so the pilot's done.
The pilot is the only thing that is done. We have, like, the script for everything else. And, so that's what we're working on right now, is a Kickstarter for season 1 to complete it. So, we're planning another 5 episodes. It might be 6, if we're lucky. And that's something we want to film over the summer, but it's kind of pending on the fact that we have this Kickstarter going on and we need the funding for it in order to do it. So
the Kickstarter link should be going up in the channel anytime. If you guys want to donate, there's some cool items that you can get off of this Kickstarter. You really need to read And I know you guys can read out there in LORT Nation because you read our tweets, right? So take a look, support. We happen to give this one. What do we give it, ladies? Everybody's giving it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up.
My thumb
LORT
toes
support,
are up
guys.
too.
LORT support.
Hey, anything that starts off like this, isn't this the way that the guild started off?
A little bit. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you wanna date my? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Avatar. Yeah, there you go.
All right, it's another Dr. Pepper commercial. Look out.
Oh yeah.
Bonks, could you tell me who's in the chat? Who we see in the chat tonight?
We have fuck bok. I did not. I said fuck bok, but it's fuck bok.
Fuck bok.
Fuck bok. We have Pink.
Pink.
We have Curstix. We have Juvel Milano. That's a snazzy name. I like that one. Who else do we got? We got
Jericho.
Epic. We got Flash. We got Jericho. We got White Hawk. We got Wolfie. Hello, Wolfie.
Hello.
We got
We got bum bundles.
We got Cayenne, yes. And Broom Handle Fondle, what now? And Aegon is in here, and we're all in there. And Askas and Orly and Noob Chick. And yeah, look at all those snappy people. I like all those.
Wow.
And
I don't
Jules,
know, there's
okay.
A couple names there that were fantabulous. Whew,
I
don't
know.
about
They
you,
keep
but,
getting better.
Badonkadonk.
So,
All right.
Shubhata, we brought in some new people to the Roundtable family. Can you tell me about that?
We did. I want to welcome some new partners to our champion list. You guys remember, we don't use the word sponsor at Roundtable because nobody's sponsoring this show. Nobody's throwing money at us.
Because
we do
of
have
me.
some, yeah, because she's so pretty. We do have some Roundtable champions that are helping us with our networking, giving us some awesome codes and things for you guys to win, and working with us to push our STEM education scholarship fund mission. And this week we've got Tiny Mob Games, Tin Man Games, and Z-Man Games. Those are 3 studios that you guys need to check out. Tiny Mob actually is out of Canada, and they just got like $4 million in a grant for their studio.
Oh, Lordy, sociopathic
they're
clown
rolling
in
in
the
the
house.
dough. And their game is not out yet, and there's some cool things coming up that if you sign up now, you will get some things that won't be in the game later. Right now. So thank you guys for joining our table and showing us the love. We really appreciate it. And every week when we get some of these new Roundtable champions, we'll be giving them shout outs because they're important to us in our survival. Don't forget, if you guys think we're the shizzle and you want us to be here for a while, we do have that PayPal button on our page. And now we're going to roll into We Are Gamers. What are you guys playing, ladies? Pixie, what are you playing?
Oh, okay, so obviously I'm still playing Infinite Crisis. I've been playing a lot of Mafia again. I'm so addicted to that game. I got off my first correct Vigi shot the other day.
Oh, snap.
Cha-ching!
Totally just straight up, like, no warning, no nothing, hit Mafia, GG. So Wolfenstein's obviously out. So
you have
I'm really excited to kill some Nazis. Like,
Nazis.
Oh my god, you have it?
Let's
I'm
kill
so
some
excited.
Nazis.
Yeah, Hebrew School's been
I'm
training me
super
for this
excited.
game the whole time. I'm very excited.
Oh,
Are you part of the JDL?
my goodness. Psychopathic
Nah.
Clown just hit the chat. He's all on you,
we saw
Bonks.
that.
Yo,
Somebody's
Clown,
loving
we
Bonks'
see you.
face.
He does love Bonks'
He
face.
loves my face. I don't, sociopathic clown. I don't know if that's a good thing. Like you might want to cut it off. But that's more homicidal.
Pixie,
but,
That's more Texas Chainsaw than it is.
Are you going to be streaming this here, Wolfenstein, so I can take a peek? Because I don't have it.
I totally might. I might.
All right.
I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'm definitely considering it because it's so good.
Oh, Jericho has it too. Yeah,
But
Jericho.
I really, yeah. I really just want to scream about how I'm killing Nazis all day. Like that's all I want to do. Nazis.
no.
Nasty.
Buongiorno.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
Nikki, are you
exactly.
playing anything?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me play games? Come on. No,
Yeah,
I'll
she
tell you
might-
what I...
You were
I
just
play-
Wait,
no,
the
no,
iPad
I've been
thing.
playing a lot of things. I'll tell you what I stopped playing. I stopped playing ESO. I couldn't take falling asleep playing a game anymore, so I just stopped playing it.
Yeah,
it was
that's
just
good.
it was just boring me to. It was like, what am I paying money for this game for? It's there's not even a space bar to get through it like there was on the Star Wars: The Old Republic. I've been looking at Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs comes out next week, and it's supposed to be like some kind of high tech version of. Is it like some kind of high tech version of Grand Theft Auto or something like that?
Yeah, that's kind of, but it's
Some
a little bit
kinda
more
nuts.
sophisticated gameplay. It's gonna be great.
Too busy for bonks.
Yeah, well, I need to get something for the PS4. It sits downstairs and nobody plays it, so
No, that's
doing that. But I'm getting ready. I got my big, huge X55 joystick now. Got a new Dilly Dough.
A new
It's
Dilly
one.
Dough.
And the people over at RSI, Star Citizen, Cloud Imperium Games, they go live with their first playable module, the Arena Commander, on Thursday. So which is my daughter's graduation. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to balance that.
Just clone yourself.
Graduation
That's totally
or
easy.
yeah, multiplicity, and then then I was floored last week when we were talking about Danny Trejo. Then I'm watching Breaking Bad, and his head is on a turtle.
Yes.
It's like
He just keeps showing up, and I can't make it go away.
Yeah.
It's all Bonks' fault.
I'm like, and
I haven't had more dreams, but he is.
Bonks has
fucking
one
everywhere.
sex stream about Danny Trejo. We'll never let her live it down.
It's fuck the Rothschild conspiracy. There's a Danny Trejo conspiracy happening.
That's okay. I had a dream I was having sex with a zombie last night, so you're so better off than me.
That's creepy because Tina from Bob's Burgers did it. So that's legit.
Bonks, what are you playing?
Who, me?
What? Yeah. What are we talking about? We playing?
Yeah, we play. So I hopped back on Halo for a little bit, and that's still fun, but nothing really exciting or new. Some new maps, some new game modes. La la la. Had a good time. Then I got on SSX. A lot of you know, and I got on there, and I was like, oh man, the soundtrack is good. This is fun, but man, do I miss SSX being psychotically insane and defying physics at every turn. So that's why I wrote that whole article about how I really miss it. I mean, the soundtrack is awesome, and they do have some great new things going on in SSX, but I don't need fucking ice picks. I don't need, oxygen, solar-powered thermal armor. Yeah, you're going to get shit-faced tonight. And I want to snowboard. I want to breakdance on a snowboard. I want to, I want more shit-talking with the players. And I want Oliver Platt to be saying weird shit while he's this big, tubby fat guy on a snowboard. So those are the things I want. So EIA just make it happen. Poof, do that.
Is that like the one for the PlayStation 2? Did that ever come back?
Yeah, the one where it was. Yeah, it came back for 360 and PS3 and all that mess. And I mean, it was a lot of people were calling it Call of SSX because they took it as survival, super extreme snowboarding. And some of the tricks are still ridiculous, but it's just dude, just take it to the next level. I can go, snowboarding for real is awesome. So doing it in a game, it just doesn't do it for me. I want to be on a rail that does a loop-de-loop and then, do breakdancing through fireworks. And I only finished fourth, I need that kind of nonsense to happen again.
She's not instant gratification, baby. No, not at all.
I don't want to.
Kristen, are you playing anything?
I am, actually. We can see this here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. What is that thing? No.
That's a DS.
My 3DS here.
Yeah. Are you playing Pokemon?
I'm playing Pokemon.
She was.
Pokemon.
I'm trying to do it with a team that's entirely electric type. So, it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge.
What does that mean? You fight a lot of water types?
Well, we have been looking for someone to contribute to our website in the Pokemon realm. So we're just throwing it out there.
Ooh.
We're not big on the Pokemon, but we know that there's a need for it. So if you're interested, we know there's a lot of people in chat loving that Pokemon, right, guys? I know you do. Go ahead and tell
the
us.
only thing I see is sociopathic clown loving bonks.
Yeah,
I want to be the very best.
I don't know.
Ever was.
Hey guys, let me ask you, and we're gonna start with let's start with Pixie. E3 is going to be coming up, and as you know, we will be having some kind of a get-together with Bonks and myself somewhere, LORT style. We just haven't decided yet. We will let you know as time gets a little bit closer. If you're going, you can catch up with us and, have us sign your breasts or whatever. It's cool. We'll do that for you.
Wherever we're meeting up with you, I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to get up. I'm going to sit. Because after
she's going to sit.
I'm going to want to
bring
cut
the
my
steak
feet off.
to her, all
so
right?
if you have a place that has, like, couches or I can just sit and be old, that'd be fabulous. Let's do that.
And be old.
But in the spirit of E3.
Fight it.
And everything that E3 brings, meaning all the new and latest and greatest things coming out. I know for me, I'm looking forward to Tales of the Borderlands and maybe not the Borderlands prequel, Evolve, and Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. What about you, Pixie? Anything that you think that you would really want us to get the skinny on for you out at E3?
Borderlands and Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor were my two.
Borderlands.
Awesome. What about you, Kristen? You going to E3?
I'm not going. I'm going to Dragon Con this year.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
I'll see you there. We'll be there.
Sweet. All right.
Yeah.
And Nikki. Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of any games that are coming out right now, and I'm like, I've got a shelf full of ones I need to finish first. Although the new Dragon is coming out this year, and I'm excited about that.
It would be awesome if EA announced that they were dissolving.
But then they won't make SSX, and then I'll have a bitch fit.
No, they'll just give it back to the design houses.
Like
That's
actually,
fair. Then it could be
Instead of just breaking everything they touch.
Well, a girl can dream, Nick. A girl can dream.
I'm really stoked for what WB has. Telltale Games is good. I am praying for some MK news. We'll see. I know.
I bet you are.
For Mortal Kombat. I know that Chris over at what the fuck is that website I love so much? There's two Mortal Kombat fan websites. Chris and Patrick both run them. Kamadogu. And they're also praying for Mortal Kombat news, and obviously it's made right here in Chicago, so I'm always keeping on tabs for MK,
awesome.
So cross my fingers. And then obviously Halo. So excited.
Halo. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be facetious, right?
No, MC is my boyfriend, and my husband knows it, and whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say Master Chief. We're back all day.
All the way. Yeah, I'm a fangirl. I'll probably love it no matter what. It's pathetic.
You would give up your dust diet for some Master Chief.
And you trust these people that are taking over for Bungie.
Yeah, they've already shown. I had a great time on Halo 4. I honestly did. So yeah, I'm stoked. So yeah, those are my big ones.
I really have to say, guys, if you didn't notice, we had an issue with our website the other day, and it's Box's fault. She broke it. Okay. Let me let her tell you all about it.
So for those of you who don't know, I wrote an article called "Skeletor's Love Better Than Oprah," and you have to understand Oprah's in my hometown, and we know a lot of shit about her. Not that she's a terrible human being, but she does some things, So I put that out there, and then, I interviewed the chick, Sarah Elizabeth, who runs it and, makes these awesome memes of Skeletor giving you daily affirmations. And I said in the article, he's a great affirmationist for me because, he comes out, no makeup on. He's very, he's just very genuine for me. So I did an interview with Sarah. We put it up on the website, and she put it on her fan page. And within like an hour, there were so many hits that her fans actually broke our website. And we are happy to have that be a problem. So we want to thank Skeletor's Love fans for breaking your website. Do it anytime you want. It's totally cool.
Yeah, we'll take it. And I have to say, by the time Bonks sent me the "Please don't fire me" note, I think it had well over 1,500.
No, it was 20. We had a 2,700 spike within like 3 minutes, which is why we had it. We're not exactly rolling in the big baller server dough, so we went down.
But we liked it. We liked it a lot.
we liked it when we went down.
Thank you very much. Break it down, guys. All right, let's roll into what we are watching or reading. Me, I don't ever get a chance to read anything unless it's across my screen. But I want to know if you guys are going to go see the X-Men movie this weekend. Anybody?
Yeah, Michael Fassbender.
Yeah,
you know
okay.
I'm there.
All right.
Boys want to go see it. My boys,
Yeah.
so I'll be taking them.
I can never go to anything on opening weekend because my husband has a thing with people bringing their children to the theater.
I actually agree. I'm that bitch.
On
So
the
I
first
go at
week,
like 1 a.m.
yeah, on the first week. Oh well, I would just go with you if I live closer because he has to go at the 11 o'clock. But we have to get there at 10 so he can get a seat, and then he has to eat a whole bucket of popcorn with the kids so he can get another refill and get his money's worth of the damn popcorn bucket. So we're there for like an hour sitting in the seats, and I'm like, Jesus, I could just die.
That's a bit much.
I want to go on parental hours, not I have to get a senior citizens ticket and go early. You know what I'm saying? But Nikki, since you're going, I'm going to pass off to you the review for the website.
I will be going with the boys. When I say my weekend will be... When's my weekend this week? Wednesday, Thursday.
All right. So we'll be expecting Nikki to give us the skinny on the movie. And no spoilers, please, because I'll be late person seeing it. Anybody else in the chat going to go see it? I think
they're all talking about Godzilla, which I haven't seen yet.
Somebody said Godzilla was awesome.
Oh, yeah, you guys are a little late with Godzilla. You didn't see Bonks' article?
down.
Come on.
No, that
I'm going to have
to
to
do
go
with the
see
movie. That was
Godzilla
about
by
Wednesday.
default. I'm going to get dragged to that because like I said last week, I made my husband go see Hunger Games, and now I'm going to pay for that.
Hunger Games is so good. They filmed that like right by like the house my mom lives in Atlanta Beach. It was so amazing because you could break into the beach at night and see the set.
And Pixie totally didn't do that because she's a law-abiding citizen.
I did that.
She totally didn't do that.
I did not do that.
Never would do that.
Never, ever. A little bit of fun fact would not please my husband, right? I'm still in trouble for making him go watch it.
Hey,
I love reptiles. I'm excited.
I got a question for Kristen.
Sure.
She said she's going to Dragon Con. Are you thinking about like doing an episode of your web show there?
Not this season. We have plans in future seasons. The rest of the season takes place in one weekend.
Okay.
So the whole story is taking place over basically one LARP event. But that would be a fun thing in the future.
It would be. I mean, to tie that in would be amazing.
Yeah, I do my own vlog, and that's something I'll probably be putting into my own personal channel. But
her vlogs are pretty amazing, guys. I've watched a couple of them, and sometimes you even have guests.
Sometimes
I've seen. Yeah. You're very animated in your own unique way. That for myself, if I'm on camera, yeah, I'm good to go because that's Bonks and I've been in her town. But when I'm on camera, I can't bring myself to let the alter ego that is Shrivasta come out entirely because I think I might frighten some of the people that are watching.
Why?
Because
she's a mess. I've seen her in full yokai form. She's out of control.
Yeah.
Okay.
no, I'm like, no.
I think she should bring her out more because I look like the big ignorant bitch on the,
with
if
a
she
snap
wants
and a full twist, girlfriend, she's coming out. All right, next show. We're bringing her.
Well, I mean, we do know that you are a little ignorant, Rebecca, because here's the thing, Bonks. Here's the thing. Obviously, jellyfish will not be the overlords. It's going to be robotic jellyfish.
Uh-oh.
Let's be serious.
Totally right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, get your lightsaber out, baby.
Lightsaber robotic jellyfish.
Well, I gotta say, robotic jellyfish.
The little tentacles are totally gonna be lightsabers.
Yeah.
She just totally
You just blew
chopped
your
arm
own
off.
mind. You just mind blew yourself. I hope you're happy.
Oh my
No, robotic jellyfish should be so much less boring because I went through in my head that whole apocalypse with just jellyfish taking over and it was really boring because they are technically brainless. But if they're robotic, now they have a CPU. Now they have, the human race is totally inefficient. Goodbye. So that would be way better and they'd probably be more amphibious and more fun. So yeah, I concur. That'd be so much better.
And
hey, Pink and Noob Chick, I agree. Get paper plates. We don't just throw the dishes away. We're more important. Just get paper plates, dude. Just tell them. Take care of it. Pixie, what are you watching?
Yeah, Pixie.
Like, I feel like that's important right now.
Yeah,
Jellyfish. Jellyfish. Sorry.
We like Kristen. She's going to have to
okay.
come back.
Take
We
off.
like her. She's a keeper.
She's got to come back more often.
Oh my god. So,
right, what
so
are you
at 24 is coming back tonight. Supernatural season finale. But I'm still watching Black Box, which just it continues to get better and better and better. And then I watched another movie called Cheap Thrills. It's a really, really, really amazing black comedy that is basically as sick and twisted and perverse as you want a black comedy to be. Like, it's amazing.
Like
Cheap
Loiter
Thrill.
Squad?
Cheap
Is it
Thrill.
like cheese curls? What?
Cheap Thrill, you deaf senile woman.
Cheese curls?
Cheap Thrill. Cheap,
Oh, cheap thrills. I'm like, cheese curls? What the hell is she talking about? Cheese curds? What? I gotcha. All right.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
That's right. Okay, all right. Woo, good producer man, Ryan.
It's so good, though. So good.
Yeah, look, Pink saying cheese curl. Yeah, that's right. That's what I heard.
Cheese curl.
No, she's laughing at you.
Hashtag cheese curls for Shavasta, guys. Come on, give it up. Hashtag it. Oh, bae.
Yeah.
What's up with the what are you reading? Some graphic novel thing?
Yeah, so there's a graphic novel called The Chair, and there's actually a movie that is in Kickstarter right now. They really want to get it produced and get it funded, and I'm really, really, really excited about it because The Chair is a good graphic novel, and I'd really like to see it get funded. We'll throw up the link for the Kickstarter later, but it's so good. Because basically it's this guy who is kind of insane, but not really. So he's an innocent man, and he's trying to escape execution on death row. And so he sees all of his like fellow inmates being like murdered and tortured.
Okay, are you telling the whole book?
No, not the whole book. By like the prison's warden. And so he realizes like his only way to escape and to live is to fight back. And so it's all based on that, and he ends up like struggling with his own sanity. It's really, 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 really interesting and really good.
I think there's a question in chat, Nikki, for Kristen that Clown is asking.
Oh, what's your favorite video game to play at the moment? And what genre of games do you normally focus on?
My favorite video game at the moment... well, my favorite video game just of all time is actually Dragon Age. I did a giant like thesis paper on it for my grad school. Like,
nice.
Awesome.
She is a true geek, guys. We need to bow down. To the geekest queen.
That is pretty radical.
We are putting you on the Shield Maiden list. That's it.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. I have to make sure I go download that one now.
I love the idea of interactivity and the idea that when a game is more interactive, I feel that it's more immersive.
Yes.
And so, I mean, that was my big thing in that paper. But so I mean, I love BioWare. I like the idea of games where I get to play strategy and also decide what happens in the story. So, like with BioWare, it's kind of this idea that, all right, I've got all my I've got my army guys, and here's my team. And I like the first one especially, where I can pause it, and I have like on the PC, and I can control everything on the screen and all their moves and what order they go in. And so I'm really big on like strategy games and fantasy RPG type stuff.
So Pete asked, are you going to play the new Dragon Age?
Yes. I'm ready for that. I will be one of those. I mean, it's already on.
And another thesis, of course, to follow.
Yeah. You pre-ordered, I suppose.
My PhD, so just go back.
Exactly.
Sociopathic Clown wants to know what other kinds of PC fantasy games. Anything else you suggest?
I
love the Final Fantasy series.
my first thought of any other like fantasy game that I would be like, oh my gosh. I mean, Final Fantasy Tactics was actually one of my really favorite games, but that's not for PC, unless you've got like an emulator.
It's a good game though. Very good game.
Yeah.
Diablo.
Diablo, I actually am not into.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, they changed
Well,
the
what about
story and then I
JRPGs?
stopped being in love.
JRPGs are a good solid theme. I mean, you can find a lot of storyline and fun. I mean, just overall fun to bring back the old style of gaming when you were just in it to just follow that storyline, in it to win it, instead of just hit it and quit it like we do today.
Right.
I love hitting and quitting.
I know you do. You love hit and quit headshots. Oh, that sounded so bad. And we're rolling on. Woo! Bonks, what the heck are you watching over there?
Well, as far as watching, I caught up on the most recent American Dad stuff, and it's pretty amazing. I love the shit out of that show. I actually know a real life Roger, which is not a good thing. It's not good to know somebody like that. But a lot of people take a shit on American Dad, but it's become something rather amazing. I have much respect for it, and so I caught up on all the news episodes, and it's just Roger's so out of control.
Watcher.
It's amazing. Yeah, I binge watched that. As far as reading. Dude, I know you got this email. Jerome Walford, who writes Nowhere Man, gave us some fantastic news. He won the Glyph Comics Award. It's a beautiful book,
guys.
Nowhere Man. Yeah, I mean that's an 11-year-old award that's been has been recognizing some amazing books, and Nowhere Man is definitely one of them. The art and the story, it's all him. He did it all by himself, all his lonesome through Kickstarter, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous book. A really original sci-fi story and a very diverse cast. So I can't recommend it enough.
Shout out to Jerome, friend of the show.
Yeah, Jerome is pretty boss. We should get him on the show.
We should get him on the show. That's your next assignment. Ask and you shall receive.
So, Nikki, have you watched Silicon Valley yet?
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yes!
Which episode? Did you watch just the first one?
No, well, I watched the first... I watched the first one, and a few hours later, I was on episode 6.
I
was like, oh my god.
So, trying to get there.
It's a freaking kick-ass show. It starts slow, and all of a sudden you're watching it going, all right, this is funny, and then you're laughing, and you're like, all right. My roommate comes in, and she's like, what are you watching? I'm like, Silicon Valley, you should really watch it. And she watches like 2 minutes of it and walks out shaking her head. I'm like, if it's not a British comedy, she doesn't watch it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The cast is amazing.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's so good.
A thumbs up. Yeah,
for who I work for, it's like perfect, right?
Yeah, I knew you would love it because of what you do. Yeah. Like it's just too.
She works for the pear company. The
pirate
apples,
company,
oranges,
ocean.
Fruit of Loom.
Yeah, right.
So, Nikki, what are you watching besides that?
Oh, besides that, well, I watched Danny Trejo's head blow up on a turtle. That was pretty cool. So Breaking Bad, because I waited till it was over and all the hubbub was over, and I started binge watching it. So I just finished the last 2 episodes of season 2 and screamed at the TV when Walt let Jesse's girlfriend die. I was like yelling at the TV. So I was like, this is just
spoiler alert for those of you who haven't watched it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I will spoil everything. I'm sorry. And of course, I'm watching Game of Thrones, and I will not spoil that one. You guys have to watch it. If it was a year after the last episode, I'd spoil it, right? But
I've caught up on everything.
Did anybody watch any Nurse Jackie after I mentioned it last week?
Not yet. No. I got to get through certain things. It's like my list just keeps growing. I'm watching. I'm watching a lot of different things, like the next season that went up of Psych. Yeah. That's always been a fun show to watch, and whatever the alternative to that one was, the Hampton's Doctor one, which is Royal Pains. So I'm trying to.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, it is good. I'm watching all different
American
shows.
Horror Story is good, Mail. We all think
American
that's a
Horror
good
Story
show.
is awesome.
I
You
want
watch
to
it
know,
time to time.
has
True
anybody
Blood, yeah.
seen Deadbeat? It's that Hulu original show where he like helps
Yeah.
ghosts move on or whatever.
That
Watching
takes
it.
me
No,
out.
but
I can't watch that.
No, but
I
I
was
have
like 10 minutes in, and I was like, I am so bored, and I stopped.
I have my countdown clock on my iPad.
Really,
for
like I
March
want to
to
watch
Black.
it, but I'm really just not sure it's good. Like I
That's like it's like that show with that just got canceled with the guy that he's a futuristic cop and he's got a cyborg robot partner.
Oh, Almost Human or whatever the
Almost
French. Yeah,
Human.
both those actors are really
Who's gonna
cute,
go
but that
see
was
I
some,
could
RoboCop
never
when
get
that
into
comes
that.
out?
that was some
Horrible.
booty writing. I mean, they just. I mean, and those
Oh,
two
but
actors
wait
are
a
actually
minute,
really
but wait a
cute.
minute. Once Upon a Time is on its like millionth season and it's awful.
You're right, it's branched off too.
Hey, don't
Yeah, I
even
couldn't
make
get into Once
fun of
Upon a
that
Time.
shitty show.
Like that
Hey.
show is horrible.
Listen,
I
it's
couldn't
not
get into it.
horrible. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I put my mommy hat on because I can let my kid watch that
Right.
and I don't have to monitor the stupid TV.
Who's it
So
for?
that's
No,
why
and-
it's not.
But it's just not like it's so
It's not
bad.
for you,
Like the
it's for
plot
tweens.
is so bad. It's
Come on.
yeah, it is. It's horribly convoluted.
Warehouse
And they
is
keep
long.
adding all of this stuff in, like, since when is the Wizard of Oz involved in like Snow Frickin' White? Like when
It's more like
where
fairy
in
tales
the world do those
Right, and
cross
after-
over?
It's just a really
after
bad,
this many
sobering acid
seasons,
trip.
Don't complain about it.
Yes!
All right, because nothing is continuous in that story, right?
No.
Yeah,
Just
pretty much.
have fun. They took all the storybook characters.
They
and
went
threw them
ham.
together.
It's like grim fairy
Yeah.
tales sucked into a thing, yeah.
And you know, Carmen said it right. If you have kids, it works.
It
Yeah.
does
So
work.
it's a
You don't
good
have
show.
to babysit the TV and they think they're watching something
Right.
amazing. You know,
Right.
they're like, oh my goodness.
So can I
Um,
share some really amazing news?
Yes,
Oh,
I want to hear this.
Where?
You have more?
All right, so despite all the bullshit, all the haterade, everything that's been going on, no princess in the motherfucking castle is funded. Funded, dude. They still have 2 days
Funded.
left, and they are funded, man. So
Okay,
they
awesome.
ran
Say it
into
with
some.
me.
Yeah.
Say it with me.
Nope.
Funded.
Funded.
One more time.
Suck it.
Funded.
Funded.
That's right. We're done.
Haters. Funded.
Clean.
Okay. So yes.
This is happening. This is happening, and we are very excited about it. I think we're so excited we're about to break out into dance. Everybody shake what your mama gave you. We're so excited. We're so Nikki! We're so excited.
I'll
Nikki, you're right.
dance.
Come on. We're
Nikki's
so
like,
all
oh
right.
my god!
Yay! Look
All
at
right.
Kristen.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give me a second.
Hey, Kristen, what are you watching, girl?
I have been watching nonstop House.
Oh, he's so hot.
awesome.
I love Hugh Laurie.
Have you watched
Fuck
it
yeah.
before? Or have you
I've
been-
seen them before, but I had never like seen the whole thing, and I'd seen them out of order, and like so there was always like I was very confused when I went back and started from the beginning. I was like, wait, but those people aren't on the, and then
Yeah.
but they're best friends, but I don't.
Right.
So I now all the holes are being filled, and
Right.
I'm addicted to it.
It is awesome.
Yeah,
So it
House
seems
is
like
good.
we all like the dark shows, right?
If
Yeah,
you like
that's-
House, you should watch a bit of Fry and Lori.
What's
Right.
wrong
Oh,
with the
yeah.
megaphone over there?
Yes,
That's right. Pixie's
Have you
totally
ever watched-
right.
I'm so right.
Have you ever gone on?
Man.
My list.
Have you ever gone on Netflix and watched Blackadder, which is?
Ooh, I love
for-
Blackadder.
Yeah.
You do? Awesome.
Yes. I watched
That
the
is
whole
awesome.
fucking thing. Rowan Atkinson is
Nice.
out of control.
Oh.
Hugh Laurie is in it. No,
Yes,
you
he is
understand.
awesome.
Blackadder is
awesome.
from like before I was born. It's like 1984
It's really good,
to
yeah.
like it's
This
and
is like-
it has
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie, Rowan Atkinson, Stephen Fry, a bunch of
Right,
other
Stephen
amazing
Fry.
fucking people in there, and
hey,
it's
come on.
it's amazing. Dude, just
It is.
just
It's
hurry
awesome.
up. But no, it's incredible. Blackadder is on Netflix, and it'll make you laugh and pee yourself, and you'll have a great
Yeah,
time.
and
It's very
Well
I
recommended.
loved a bit of Fry and Lori, and then I found
yeah.
Blackadder, and I was like, oh my god. Like,
It's incredible.
They're both just so good.
the whole all the sets. Oh, we're running out of time.
All right. We got to
We'll talk
roll
about
it
it
over,
later.
guys.
So,
All right,
do you
so-
have any other questions? Kick
Yeah,
off.
any other questions for Kristen? Because if you ask us another question, we'll keep talking.
Yep.
Kristen,
we're gonna be going once, guys, in the chat. Throw up your questions, and while you're throwing up your questions, I'm gonna say.
Talk.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you guys that we have some big projects coming up. Specifically, Pixie is still working on her behind the curtain dev series. I believe we should be seeing something on our website in the next 3 or 4 days. Coming out, and I'm hoping our video is done processing by now. We'll see what happens. I think we maybe Monday or Tuesday with Ben. So that's going to be pretty exciting for us. No more questions, guys?
No more.
All right.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
We're going to go over to shout-outs. Bonks, what's a shout-out?
Shout out to Geek Bar because I'm wearing their shirt.
My shirt better be in the mail.
Geek Bar.
So shout out to Geek Bar and shout out to Jerome Walford because he did an amazing book. And shout out to all the Mutant Football League fans and Michael Menheim because he's definitely putting together an awesome demo, and hopefully we'll be doing Kickstarter this summer. So keep an eye out for that.
I think Michael's going to be on our show.
We do have to get Michael on the show. He's got to get sauced up though, because when he's lubricated, he's even better.
Then he'll be right with me. Every time you say fuck, you're gonna take a shot.
Yes.
All right. Let's go with Nikki. Nikki, what's your shout-outs?
I'm going to give a shout-out, a very big one, to Eric Wingman Peterson over at CIG because he's shutting down Wingman's hangar so he could do his real job over there, which is to be the president of production over at the Austin studios for Cloud Imperium Games. So we're going to have a new show coming out of there, and hopefully it's going to be just as good. But Eric has taken his time through 72 shows to bring us the what's going on in the most successful crowdfunding campaign for a game ever. So yeah, I think they're just about ready to hit. I think it's $44 million.
Wow,
it's nuts, right?
Diggity damn.
Nuts. So I'm gonna give a big shout out to him, and also, what about all those wonderful people that tuned in and donated during the stream last week?
Yeah, those guys.
You know?
Are awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Those people definitely need it, right?
Thank you so much, guys.
Also, I will begin streaming with the ladies of the round table this Thursday night when the Arena Commander goes live. So everyone that comes in on my stream, you're going to possibly get something big from me during that stream, depending on if I can do it or not.
Yeah, you guys, you need to spread the word. Our stream team is bulking up. We're going to be having lots of things going on the channel other than just our particular show. So you guys need to start tuning in, checking the schedule, see what's going on. We're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing giveaways on the Twitch. We'll do giveaways on the YouTube. And we're going to sneak them in our website, some of our blogs. And so you guys are going to have to actually read what we're writing. Because we're going to do Easter eggs. We love it. And I want to go over to Kristen for her shout-outs. We always catch them off guard. Every time.
It's like who?
Well, I mean, but there's so many people that I would love to shout out and different projects that I know are going on. But mostly it's LARPs. I've had a lot of LARP games that have been supporting our Kickstarter, either by giving us game days or vouchers, or just passing the word along. And I mean, it's a huge list, so I can't really go through the whole thing, but in particular, I mean, there's like Castle and War and Kingdoms of Novitas and Terrace Rising and Realm of Adventure and Kashar. Those are the big ones. So check those out. Also, I would like to tell everybody about a really cool LARP game that is starting up in Connecticut in September, and it's called Arcane. And if you guys haven't checked that out, Google that. I've been working with those guys a lot, and really, really sweet project they've got going on.
So do they have a Twitter that you can tag us and we'll retweet and share it with our fans?
I don't know if they have a Twitter.
Or on our Facebook. It might be you might have post it over there on our Facebook. Yeah, so we'll give them a shout out as well. And Clown, if you want this poster behind me, put your name on that donation button, and I will gladly send it to you. Okay? I love you like that. Me and you. I see you looking at me.
And send an envelope and postage.
Pixie, did you do your shout outs, honey?
No, so obviously shout outs to Kristen. Thanks for joining us on the show tonight.
Yeah.
And shout outs to everybody in chat, and shout outs to Jericho's adorable new haircut.
Jericho,
Snappy.
sexy, Rico Suave. Looking good, man.
I love embarrassing my IC team.
I missed
but we
something
love
there.
you. Is that it
Is
for
there-
you? No more
What?
shout outs for you done? You done with
Yep.
the shout outs? All right. Is it my turn?
You've had all the time to prepare too. You suck.
Somebody ask me. Come on.
What's your
What are your
shout
shout-outs?
My shout out goes to New Boswell Brewery and Tap Room over in Richmond. They are friends of the show. If we could get there, that's Richmond, Virginia, that is. If I could get there, I'd be drinking there all the time because it's spectacular. And you can follow them on the Twitter. It'll be going up in the chat. They are a local microbrewery that had just opened up over the last 6-7 months, and they're doing fantabulous. So it's a great place to stop in and maybe even watch our show. You could catch our show there. So shout out to you guys and everyone who donated. You're right, Operation Supply Drop. And if you did not get to donate last weekend with us, there are going to be lots of people making up streams because of the losers that have nothing else to do but take down the charity.
Yeah, that was lame.
So
come on.
you will be able to donate if you still want to donate. There's awesome people streaming. Every little bit helps, guys. We all know that we love our games, and the troops love them just as much, if not more. They appreciate those things because they don't have them. So do your thing. And I think we're about ready to roll our credits. Start looking for those Easter eggs, guys. Round table out.